Hi, this is a prophetic word for Paul van der Heever. Nicola Whitehall here saying hi, welcome to my channel, and I'm just going to start to do a 20-minute word for Paul. My son, I see you and I know all about you. I know your temptations, I know your trials, I know your struggles. I know the things that come against you. I know the darkness that seeks to devour you. I know the purposes and the plans that I have for you. I know what I am making out of you, and I know that I am creating something good. Where you see only troubles and strife, where you see wasted years, I see potential. When you think I have been doing nothing, when you think that I have been building nothing in you and that nothing has been happening, I want you to know, my son, that even when you think nothing has been built in your life, nothing has been grown, nothing has advanced in your life, I want you to know, my son, that I have been working. I have been changing your inner man. I have been healing the hurts in your heart. I have been working through circumstances and people to bring healing to you and to help change you and to help morph you into the man that makes you more like Jesus. Yes, more like Jesus, for you are like Jesus. You are like Jesus in very many ways. You have a loving heart. You have a heart that longs to give and loves to share what you have with others. Even when you don't have little to give, you give everything that is in your hand. You are like that widow that put in the widow's mite into the offering jar, and though she was criticized for the very small amount that she gave, it was Jesus who said, yes, she has put in more than all the others who gave out of their great wealth, but she put in all that she had to live on. And that is like you, my son. That is like the heart you have, and sometimes you have a lot to give and sometimes you have very little, but you are one who gives your all. You do not hold back when I tell you to give. You are not like Ananias and Sapphira who conspire to bring something back for themselves, to hold something back from me. No, you give your all, you give your everything, and I can use someone like that. Yes, I can use someone like that because you have a heart of gold. You have a heart of gold that knows how to give. You know how to love, and you may think, well, I don't think I've been very successful at things in my life, in relationships and friendships. I don't seem to have done very well in that area. But my son, that is your perspective, and my perspective is something entirely different. For you know how to love. You actually know how to connect with people on a deep level. You just have to believe in yourself that you have what is needed to connect with a person. You have what is needed to communicate love to a person, to help a person, to free a person even from guilt and shame. You have that within you, that desire within you to be around people who are suffering from guilt, shame and things like that. You are one who offers grace. You are one that offers mercy, because you, like all of us, have been there. You have been there, and you know what it is to feel condemned, and you know what it is to feel judged. And so, my son, you have reached out to people, and I want you to reach out to more. I'm going to put people across your path who you can love and who can love you. People who will be pure of heart and have pure intentions, that will not take advantage of you, but that will love you, and that you can love, and that you can pour out your love to bring healing to that person. For you are a man of maturity, and you are a man of grace. You are not a man who takes advantage of others for your own gain. You are one who gives out of a sincerity of heart, and who loves with all he has within him. Yes, my son, when I said to surrender all to me, that is exactly what you do. You give it all, you surrender all, nothing held back for yourself. And because of that, my son, I'm going to pour out my love and my blessings on you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Yes, like the oil that dripped down Aaron's beard, I'm going to overflow you with my provision, with my resources. I'm going to bring you into new areas and new things in your life, things which will advance you into the areas of the gifts of the Spirit, things that will extend you and things that will stretch you and help you to grow in areas that you want to grow, in areas that of spiritual gifts that you want to have always desired to work in, but they're relatively new or that you're unfamiliar with. And I want you to know that I'm going to use you in profound and amazing ways. You're going to even astound yourself at the words that come out of your mouth, the wisdom of Solomon that comes out of your mouth, the words of prophecy that come out of your mouth. All I'm going to ask you to do is obey me, to walk up to a person, is to obey me and to say what I tell you to say to a person. And then, because of your obedience, my Spirit will flow through you and you will find yourself speaking words of love and wisdom and healing to a person that you know did not come from you. You're going to say, huh? Did I just say that? Where did that come from? And when you say that, and when you hear yourself say those words and wonder where they came from, you will know that they came from the Lord. You will know that you are speaking and hearing truth from the Lord and speaking it out. Even when you don't know what you're doing, or you think you don't know what you're doing, you actually already have that gift of prophecy within you. It's just about being obedient to me and developing that gift and honouring me with that gift and honouring others with that gift. By being obedient to me when I tell you to speak up and speak out and bless others, you are honouring others and you are honouring me. By loving the people that I have created, by loving people as I have loved you. And that is all that I ask you to do, is to love others as I have loved you, to forgive others as I have forgiven you. So know that as I give you a break, as I give you new chances and new opportunities that will excite you and that will be like an adventure to go on, to bring new hope, to bring fulfillment in ways you never imagined, my son, to bring answers to questions that have dogged your mind and plagued your mind, and you've thought, why, Lord, I don't understand this area, I don't understand this situation, I don't understand why I struggle in this area, I don't understand why this person has been behaving that way, I don't understand why that person treated me like that, I don't understand why you would allow this, Lord. There's going to be answers to questions that you have had for a long time. Some questions have more recently come into your heart and mind, others have been there for a very, very long time, and I want to answer those questions. I want to develop my relationship with you so that you feel really close with me, my son. I want you to feel that you are not separate from me and apart from me, but you are one with me, my son, one in spirit, and one in working with me in the work of the ministry, and making an impact like you have always longed to make an impact. And you have made an impact in many ways that you are not aware of. You may think, well, if I did this or if I did that, or if I stood in front of a church and preached, I would be making an impact. But my son, you don't realize that in many other ways you have made an impact that in many ways is greater than a pastor speaking in a church, or a minister ministering prayer at the front of a church. You have ministered to people in more profound ways than you are aware of, or that you have ever noticed in yourself. You undervalue yourself, and you kind of dishonor yourself sometimes. You think less of yourself than you should. I want you to honor yourself. I want you to see what I see in you. I want you to see the potential that I have put in you. I want you to look at and focus on when I say I see this good thing in you. I want you almost to meditate on that and believe it until it becomes a part of you. Believe when I say you are kind-hearted. Meditate on that until you believe it, so that you're not so vulnerable to receive and hear the lies that the enemy would love to tell you and would love to have take root in your heart to bring great destruction to you, my son, and stop you from ministering my words of love to others. For when you feel ashamed or bad about yourself or negative about yourself or see things negatively about yourself, it can shut you down and you're unable to minister my love to others. That is why I'm telling you to meditate on my love, to meditate on the good character traits that I have told you that you have, until you believe them. And that will be like a weapon when the enemy comes in and says you're useless, you're shameful, you're unrecognized, you're not a part of the body, you're not active, you're not effective. Whatever the enemy tries to say to you is not going to take root in your soul, because you will have meditated not only on the word and what my word says about you and who you are, but the personal words of prophecy that I have said to you. And I have said, Paul, you are this, you are this, and you are this, and these are good things that I see about you, because you are my son, and I see the best in you. I see the great in you. I see things that you cannot see. I see potential that you cannot see. I see greatness that you cannot see. And I'm going to bring you along a path to recognize that greatness, to recognize. I'm just going to put you sometimes in pressure cooker situations where it's kind of like it's actually going to press the good things out of you, so you're actually going to see those things when you're under that stress, when you're under that pressure. The good things that I have put in your heart, the treasure that I have put in your heart, is going to come to the surface, and you're going to see what a wonderful person you are, because I'm going to make it clear to you, and I'm going to make it clear and obvious to all people around you. People that have misjudged you, people that have misunderstood you, are going to see you staring in their face, and they are going to realize they are wrong, and many of them are going to be convicted and apologize, because sometimes things about you have been mistaken and misunderstood. And I want you, my son, to be seen for who you really are, how I have created you, and how I have created you well. And I have said, my son, I have created you well, and you are good. I have made you, and you are good. You do well for me. You stand tall for me. You shine bright for me. You give me all that you have. And I want to tell you, my son, that I am proud of you, that I love you, that I will never leave you nor forsake you, and I have given you purpose for a reason. I have given you a purpose-driven life. And yes, that's a book you could read if you haven't read it. Just know that I'm working and operating you through you in ways that you don't know, ways that you do not recognize. My spirit flows through you in even unusual ways that kind of like aren't really recognized by the church or by Christians. There's new things I'm doing in the spirit in this day and in this hour that are already being formed in you, ways my spirit is moving through you that you aren't aware of, and which are new and unusual ways, ways which you would not expect or recognize, but I will reveal these things to you. I will reveal these things to you and help you to understand what I am doing in your life and how I am working. And the things that I don't explain to you, the things that you don't understand, the things that are a mystery, will just require, like I require of all my people, to walk by faith, to lift your head high, to follow me even when things don't make sense, to follow me even when you can't understand something, to do what I ask, and bless a person even when they don't deserve it, even when you don't know why I would ask you to do that thing or say that thing. Eternity shall reveal it all. Eternity shall reveal, heaven shall reveal the seeds that you have planted, the obedience that you have done that seemingly from your perspective has produced no good results. You will see the fruit that it has produced in that person's life you spoke to and the people's lives around them. You will see and understand in eternity how and why I asked you to do things and how it affected not only that person, the people around them, and even the world. So know that your obedience makes a difference. It makes a difference in small ways, and it makes a difference in big ways. It makes a difference for many people, and you may never know what your obedience, how it blesses people, and how many souls directly or indirectly are saved out of your obedience and your trust in me, your trust in believing that you're hearing my voice, believing that I'm working in you and through you and bringing healing to you and bringing healing to others through you. So I will not forsake you, my son. I will not turn you away. For I am producing good fruit in you. For a good tree can only produce good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit. And you, though you may have thought of yourself as the bad tree, you have never been the bad tree in my eyes, my son. You have always been that good tree, producing that good fruit. And as was spoken before, you have not always seen that fruit, so you have doubted that my spirit was working in you, that you have doubted that my spirit was accomplishing anything through you. Sometimes the fruit that I produce through your obedience or through the things you do in your life is unseen. It's unseen to the natural eye, but it is seen in the spirit realm. It is seen and can be seen and understood in the spirit realm by those who are trained to see it, by those who see through eyes of the spirit, and because I see it, my son, and one day it will be revealed. One day you will understand more of what I have been doing in and through you. You will understand more about why I have done things in a certain way in your life that has confused you, even things that have seemed really sad or really negative or bad to you. You will see how I have worked even through those things, that I have worked through those things to bring about fruit, to bring about understanding and experience, and most of all compassion and love for others who have been through similar experiences. For you see, my son, I can use everything. Even those things you think were wasted days or wasted years are things that I can use. Nothing is wasted. You look at some of those things and you think, why did that happen? Why did I go into that area? Why did I do that thing? Why did I waste my life away like that? And I want you to know, my son, that even in those things that I was doing a good work within you. Even when you seemingly felt lost, I was finding you and I was drawing you closer to me. I was giving you experiences even when you were in the world that would help you to understand the lostness and the brokenness of those around you, and would give you a compassion to help other people, as I wanted to use you to rescue them out of the darkness, as I wanted to use you because of your understanding and knowledge of where other people had been in life. If others who hadn't been through those circumstances could not understand or minister with the compassion and the love that you do, even in those dark places that you went to, just know, my son, that I use all things, and do not despise anything that you've been through, anything in your life experience, because I'm using it all. All of it is being turned to good. Do not regret anything, because I have drawn all men to me through as you lift up my name, as you allow me to work through your situations and circumstances, even the things you feel shame about, my son. I have used you, and I am using you to minister compassion and love and understanding to others, and bring hope to those who are hopeless, to bring healing to those who cannot find healing, even those who have looked and longed in their life for many things and felt like they have never found what they are looking for. I'm going to use you, my son, to show them the truth. I'm going to use you to show them the light. I'm going to use you to show them the way. And oh, what joy you have on this earth and in heaven when you see the people you have brought to the Lord, and how many it would not have happened had you not been through some of those life experiences that you thought you might have regretted, but actually you see that without those life experiences you could not have won those people that I called you to, my son. So things work in mysterious ways, and I work in mysterious ways, and I use all things. I use the good and the bad. I use the negative. I use the confusing. I even use the darkness to bring about my light and my wondrous glory. So know, my son, that I'm working in your life, that I'm bringing hope and peace and joy to your life and through your life to others. Know that you are a minister of my grace. Know that you are a minister of my love, my purity, and all the things that I have given you and put within your heart and within your life. Know that I'm making all things new. Know that I'm doing a new thing this day, and know that I will never leave you nor forsake you, for I look upon you with pride, my son. I look upon you with honor, and I place a crown upon your head this day, and I say, you are my son, and no one shall ever take that sonship away from you. No one will ever take away the place of honor I have given you. For you are my son, and I crown you this day, and I say, you are mine, and you will never lose that place. So that's the prophecy. And so for a video prophecy, it's if anybody else wants one of these, it's what was it, 80 New Zealand dollars, or it's about 50 US. Audio prophecies are 60 New Zealand dollars, which is roughly about 40 US dollars. Just contact me on my email, nicolawhitehall777@gmail.com. And it was nice to deliver a prophecy from the Lord to you today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Bye.